For the final Star Up, Star Down of the season, brought to you by Wild Fork Foods and Johnson Fitness and Wellness. The nice game and touchdown run by Jaden Blue could not even be fully enjoyed because of the thoughts of RJ Choppy and others saying, where's this been?
That's right.
Why has Jaden Blue been bottled up and benched with some explosiveness, some speed, some elusiveness? 16 for 64. Only ended up 4 yards a carry, which is surprising with the way you think about it. Had the long run of 27 and that touchdown. Phil Maffa had his first career touchdown, but Jaden Blue, star up. Where was it?
Where was it? Big time. It's my first star up. It's like the main one. But yeah, he's been on the bench. It's a good thing. Good thing. This is why I hate the term doesn't love football, because I don't care if he loves football or not. What I care about is, can he play? That's it. I don't care about does he love football. I don't care if he loves practice. Can he play?
He had 22 carries entering this game. He averaged 2.6 yards per carry. So I don't think that doing this against the Giants somehow makes me think you F-ups. Why didn't you play him all year?
Yeah, but 22 carries is not a lot to judge off of.
Neither is the 12 or whatever he had yesterday. So I'm saying, like, what you see is you see them opening holes against a half-starter defense, which is good. He showed burst, but there's sincere problems with the way that he plays the game right now that they're still trying to figure out. And they would have been a worse team this year if he would have been playing more.
Oh, okay. I mean, look,
that's as a Longhorn fan.
What are they trying to figure out?
He's got to figure out. He's got to figure out protections, and he's got to figure out how to set up blockers. So, like the carry I always go back to that people complained about well, Jaden Blue was in there. It's that carry against Philly where Miles Sanders broke it off for like 58 yards and then he got caught. And it was like Jaden Blue runs through that. It's like Jaden Blue probably gets negative -2 yards because Jaden Blue does not know how to patiently set up blocks. He just, for a guy who is as fast as he is, he loves running into defenders. He's just a straight line runner. There's not a lot of wiggle to what he does. And so if it's blocked up and it's cleared up, it's great. And he sees it and he hits the hole and he can go. But if there's anything that needs time to develop, it's a challenge for him.
So this didn't change anything for you in terms of what you do about Javonte Williams for next year?
Nope. I would still firmly have Jaden Blue as the third best running back on this team right now.
Well, in terms of the money it's going to cost to keep him.
No, because I don't think he's ready to play full-time snaps.
Okay. The biggest star up for the entire game, I think everybody would point to this man.
At the Dallas 21, play action. Dart rolling right. Clowney chasing. Clowney diving. Clowney got him. That's going to be sack number 3 for Jadeveon Clowney, and he's got a fumble recovery.
Wow is right. And Clowney, Moose Johnson wanted to win this game more than any Dallas Cowboy. My God, he was black. I can't explain. I can't understand. Is Moose joining us tomorrow, by the way?
They have not responded. It was the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, he was on with the pregame show yesterday, so Tim got him first, I think.
What's new? So Clowney is sitting there dancing, and he's all smiling during the game and after the game, and people are like, oh, that's someone who just, he loves it. He's got the right spirit. No, Jadeveon Clowney's most important games are the final 2 or 3 of every season because he is a mercenary, and Dak Prescott said it in the postgame, man, you just drove that damn price up. Jadeveon Clowney, have a day.
He was, even the stuff where he didn't make plays. Like, he wrecked shop, made a bunch of different plays, but then there were other instances of just like he was always being disruptive. Even stuff that he wasn't finishing. You could tell right from the opening side. It felt like the first 10 plays he was in their backfield. And so
I think these are the final stats. 5 pressures, 3 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 3 run stuffs, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He might win Defensive Player of the Week.
He might save Eberflus's job. I mean, what a great job by Matt Eberflus. That wouldn't have happened if Flus was on the sideline, but he went up to the booth. They corrected some things, and Jadeveon was ready to play. He was their best player defensively this year. Like, if you want to just talk about a guy who consistently produced, and it's hopefully a nice reminder to the Cowboys, to these veteran free agents that they're always being pleaded with to sign, that are just out there on the open market, like, Tyrann Mathieu or Clowney in previous years, or whoever it is, where they're just like, well, they're old and do they fit our scheme and blah, blah, blah. Just take a chance on some of them, because Clowney was one of the lone consistent good players you had defensively this year.
Star up, star down here on Shan and RJ 105.3 The Fan.
We're going to go star down to Brian Schottenheimer for accepting a penalty to wipe out a sack from Donovan Ezeraku. We're going to go star down to the stat keepers who didn't give half of one of those sacks to Jadeveon Clowney. In fact, I was going to wait until I got in here, but I think that this needs to be under protest because he was ejected from a game without being able to actually finish it up.
Empty gun, snap the dart. All kinds of time. Now he's rushed. Now he's sacked by Ezeraku. There is a flag in the pocket. Ezeraku, this would, I think, be only his second sack of the year.
Third, Brad.
Ezeraku was the first one saying, decline it. I want my sack.
Personal foul, tripping, offense, number 71. 15-yard penalty, remains first down.
There goes your sack, Easy.
And there goes Bobby's hair. Choppy, you were out for this, but the Tolos brought up on the fan text, brought to you by Franklin Frankel. Bobby, earlier in the season, saying, if Ezeraku does not get 6 sacks, I'm shaving my head. I'm not buzzing it. I'm fully shaving it.
Okay.
And then the bet ends up in spectacular fashion with Easy ejected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I thought that was like the win total. I could never keep track of the team win total head shave bet.
I didn't have one on that one.
Okay, I thought you did. Well, it was just a bet. Mm-hmm. It was a bottle. That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the head shave bet. That confused me in our group chat. I didn't want to sound stupid, so I didn't comment on it. I do often sound stupid. That's why I
just admitted on the air over 100,000 watts.
I know.
I don't think that we can.
What are you protesting?
I just, in good conscience, don't think we can turn me into Jada Pinkett Smith when he didn't have like a full game to actually get the. I think it was clear he was getting the 4 sacks.
Well, you got to
4 extra sacks.
He was clearly on a path to it.
You got to put faith. Y'all vote. Y'all vote if you think we should overturn this and Bobby should get to keep his hair versus.
I'm doing it. We're gonna have to find a day that Tommy Arish can come in here with one of those old like barber blades and just.
I just bought one.
Did you really?
Those blade things, yeah.
Why?
My face.
Oh.
Yeah, my face.
Has it been on your balls?
Hasn't even opened it yet. haven't even opened it yet.
No, a lot of people go with the dual use.
I do.
Yeah.
On the one I have. Yeah.
That just sounds.
I even let people borrow it.
That sounds painful. No, but I mean, honestly, not just Ezeraku, like that's part of it, but it's honestly start down to the first team offense and defense as a whole. Like if they get up in this game 14-0, Joe Milton gets in there immediately. And that didn't happen because they wanted to keep it competitive, and they let the Giants keep it competitive as long as they did. The fact that the Giants were able to, what were they yesterday on third down? Like 8 of 13? It was something insane. And so the fact that you made the Giants look like a competent, complete football team that wasn't competing for the number 1 pick and didn't just fire their head coach 2 months ago, that's just a really, really bad look.
Star down to allowing another football team to break a streak.
Third down, snap to dart. Got all day into the end zone. He goes wide open. The running back, Tyrone Tracy for the Giants, touchdown.
Now, that was a pass for the touchdown with the history, right? Because Russell Wilson is sitting on over there. His last great moment on a football field was torching this football team. The New York Giants had the longest drought in the league of not having a 100-yard rusher in a game, and Tracy broke that with 103.
Yeah, and look, it's like the New York teams just shattering records this year with the Jets not having an interception, and that absurd stat there. I mean, look, this is what happens when your defense is that bad. Your team is I don't want to say they quit. They didn't quit yesterday. They did play selfishly. I was disappointed. Start down to Shotty's culture yesterday. You got guys getting kicked out of the game. You got guys doing late hits 6 yards out of bounds.
Well, they show more fight in this game than others.
Yeah, I mean,
scuffles. You have the easy ejection, Quinnen Williams personal foul, Kenneth Murray personal foul that had Todd Archer questioning things on the sideline.
I don't know why 3 plays earlier, Solomon Thomas jumps off sides, they pull him out. He gets benched immediately. And that's one of your leaders. Kenneth Murray gets a bad late hit penalty.
It was 6 yards out of bounds.
It was bad. That was a clear, like, you earned that one. And he stayed out there. I mean, that's Matt Eberflus's guy. I don't understand why, but
Kenneth Murray had to have been the only one behind the scenes telling him, hey, it's the personnel. I love this system. He must have had his arm around Eberflus throughout the entire year behind the scenes.
So Shoddy got asked about it post game. Like Archer just asked him directly because Archer tweeted about it. He's like, I don't understand why you're pulling Solomon Thomas for an offsides call and then you're leaving Murray out there. So Shoddy said, offsides, they rotate you out. That's just their policy that they have. And he said that typically if there's a late hit penalty on the opposite sideline where they cannot see it, because from their sideline they can't see it. So he goes, you don't know if it's ticky-tack game enforcement or if it was an actual late hit call from their perspective. So they said they tend not to try to punish those until post-game when they can look at them. So they said from their vantage point they can't see if Murray's hit was legitimate or not.
I had a star up for Kevontae Turpin and the 84-yard return to the Giants 11 that led to the Jaden Blue touchdown to make it 10-6. But Bobby came in and swatted my star up.
Star down for Kevontae Turpin for his 84-yard return where he got caught. I thought he was the fastest guy in the league.
Yeah.
But B, that's nice. I'm glad you broke an 84-yarder finally in the last week of the season after not doing diddly-s all year. He finished the year 21st in yards per return in kickoffs. And he let another punt just dribble back to the 1-yard line. That's 8 times this year that a punt was downed inside the 5 that he had let bounce at like the 15.
That's one of the major disappointments is
there were 3 touchbacks all year. 3. And 8 times they were pinned inside the 5.
Oh, God. That's one of the disappointments is like...
But how could his judgment turn that much worse this year?
I mean, if you look back at his history at TCU, he doesn't have great judgment on or off the field.
Return judgment, his spacing, his awareness.
You've got to... It brings up a ton of questions about your special teams coordinator, Nick Sorensen. Why did it get so much worse?
Yeah.
And Nick Sorensen was directly 100% a Shoddy hire. That was Shoddy's call. So, I mean, that's if you want to put that on trial, because I know there's people who say, well, Eberflus was more Jerry, and they want to, figure that out. If you want to talk about directly, that was a hire from Schottenheimer. That's somebody that he knew from previous years and had brought him in. But, I mean, I'm walking away from Kevontae Turpin in the offseason. I'm not doing that anymore. I understand he's fast and he's explosive and everything else. I'm not paying a return specialist to get me 21st and have me like 32nd in starting field position for the year. Why am I paying that?
Because they should have 2 cheat codes. Because Aubrey's a magician with the football and being able to land it in that zone.
I was going to say they should be walking away from 2 specialists this offseason.
And Turpin,
Bobby,
because of the rule change to get more returns with his speed, I mean, he just runs into the ass of his own players. Like, it's disappointing because they should have 2 cheat codes there.
All right, so there's a little star up, star down. Pepe, what are the Tolos coming in with?
So we have a few star downs to Brian Schottenheimer here for the 972 and 817. 972 star up to Phil Maffa and Jaden Blue. Star down to the entire Cowboys defense. And 817 star down to me for believing this season would be different than last season.